whoever invented the flake can just fuck right off. Hello everyone, welcome to the Deep Drop for another episode. It is 144. Don't know why that sounds significant, but it does. But anyway, that's fine. It's a good number. I'm Luke McCredden. With me, Adam Ring. Ads, good to see you, my friend. But one thing still troubles me, and troubles me hard. What the hell is the Deep Drop all about?
Well, the Deep Drop's kind of like The Simpsons. Actually, I'm going to give two different reasons in the same thing. So the Deep Drop's kind of like The Simpsons because so many things that happen in everyday life, and I've had it just before, remind me of the Deep Drop. So let me give you a very quick story in a long-winded way of telling everybody what the Deep Drop is. I'm recording from my mum and dad's house.
Right.
There's a bit going on. I've got renovations going on at home, and they've been looking after my dog, yet they decided to go away before the renovations are finished. So I'm at my mum and dad's place looking after my own dog. Anyway, I raided my dad's beer fridge.
Okay.
And in it, cold beers.
Of course there is.
And do you know what I thought straight away?
What?
There's never a bad time for a cold beer.
No,
and
you're
that
right.
relates directly to the Deep Drop. There's never a bad time to listen to the Deep Drop. So,
Well, let's go through some of the times. Gym, out for a walk, driving to work.
tick,
Driving home from work.
tick,
At work.
tick,
At school. If you're a
school play, tick.
student or teacher. I mean, if you're a teacher, you don't want to listen to your kids, listen to us.
Yeah.
If you're a kid, you don't want to listen to the teacher, listen to us.
Yeah, correct. So,
Yeah,
case in
look,
point, never
yeah.
a bad time
No, good.
for a cold beer and never a bad time to listen to the Deep Drop.
Yeah, probably not the same times though. Like, so at school as a teacher, probably not ideal to have a beer. But hey, certainly not driving to and from work. We don't condone that.
Yeah, true. No,
Yeah.
correct.
And so probably not at the gym. So there's different times. Like, that's okay.
Oh, it's a different thing.
But there's never a bad time, and I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. Well played. Thank you very much
We'll
for that.
roll with
Oh, absolutely, we'll roll with that. That's just a life message. You're welcome, everybody. It is great to have everyone back. There's people listening, ads that have been here since day dot, and that's exciting. That's real exciting. And we hear from you guys out there. You know who you are. We hear from you regularly. Jesus, how am I going? Across socials and Spotify. Now, add Spotify. Interesting one. So we said last week we want to hear from you right now, listening, because I don't think many people know that you can interact with us directly on Spotify ads.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
No, which I'm not that surprised about, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you know.
If you are listening to us right now on Spotify, a lot of people do. A lot of there's other platforms too. But you could grab your phone or you go onto your desktop, whatever it is. Grab your phone, open up that episode that you're listening to us right now. Drop a comment. It's its own social media platform, baby. Let's hear from you.
Love it.
Now, we heard from people last week, ads talking about stuff that we'd mentioned in the show. Someone flipped us the bird, and that's okay.
Seems appropriate.
It kind of does, doesn't it? It seems right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Would have been a fly fisher, I reckon.
And it could have been someone who just heard something they didn't like and just went, oh. And I'm like,
okay.
I appreciate that.
We'll cop it.
Yeah.
We'll cop it.
Yeah. So there's just one thing. We want to build that up. Let's get the comments rolling, and it could just be an emoji, it could be whatever you want. Open up your Spotify account and just drop a comment. If you are very new here, we know there's lots of people that jump on, and Adam's just given you a really good explanation as to kind of what the Deep Drop is like. It's like a cold beer.
Not really what it's about.
No, but that's sometimes it's just you just want the vibe of it. And what's the vibe of the podcast? Well, it's kind of like a cold beer, and that's enough. I think a lot of people will take that away and go, "Yeah, okay, I got it. I'm all over."
I get it. Yeah, fair.
But welcome if this is your first episode. Welcome. This community is, Adam, I'm saying, the greatest community of all time.
Agreed.
Yeah. So absolutely nothing you can say that you need to feel bad or shy or ashamed about. This isn't very much a safe space. Our community share with us lots of different thoughts and feelings, as do we, Adam. We haven't opened up the confessional for a while, but we're probably well overdue.
I think you're probably going to get an unofficial confessional
tonight
with some stuff I need to bring to the table.
Okay.
Tonight.
Well, good. Okay. Well, I mean, let's open up. This is what it's all about. So thank you, everyone. Now, I do want to just mention the socials if you're, because some people just have Instagram or just watch YouTube or just have Spotify. Just wanted to let you know, you can reach out to us and get in touch and get involved in the show in all of those ways. TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and of course, Spotify, we just mentioned. Please do follow all those accounts and get in touch and support the podcast. The other thing, ads, of course, is the deepdrop.au, which is where everything's housed, all the episodes, all the information, bits and pieces about us, and also some merch if you want to get your hands on some merch, Adam.
I suggest you go over and check out the merch. And if you don't know the merch that we're talking about, a few things you need to do. A, you need to go and check it out. B, you need to go and listen to some previous episodes where at nauseam we've spoken about said merch.
Yeah.
And more specifically, the combo.
Yep.
It could win numerous awards, but we don't enter it because it's not fair on everything else.
Yeah. What is the combo, please, ads?
Well, the combo, of course, is the deep drop cap. Comfortable cap. Wear it anywhere.
Oh.
Fishing, pub. You're rocking yours backwards, and it still looks awesome.
Thank you.
And, I'm sure it's filling you full of confidence because that's what it does.
I feel good.
That's right. It attracts good ideas, it traps them in your brain, and then it forces them out your mouth. So I suggest you check that out. And then you combo that with the green stubby holder, which, of course, I also found at my mum and dad's place, along with the vitamin B that was in the fridge. And I thought, tonight's going to be a good night.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that can make a VB palatable is a deep drop stubby holder. So I'm rocking that. You're rocking that. I can see
Yes,
on my screen too. So it's deep drop stubby holders. All right. You're actually rocking the combo.
I've got
You've
the
got
combo.
the cap and stubby holder. So listen, it's got to be done. Head on over. Check it out. Rep the brand. Support the pod. We love it. We love you to all those people that have already jumped on board the greatest combo of all time.
Yeah.
And to everyone that hasn't, let's go.
Yeah.
Join the family.
Exactly. Join the community, get involved, be a part of it. And just, if you see a fellow, deep dropper out there, just give them a nod of the cap, tip of the cap, and they'll know. That's all you need to say.
And they'll know. They'll know exactly what's up.
Now.
Exactly. And well, one more thing very quickly before you move on. And I'll leave it alone after. We'll add the combo to cart because we'll spot you the freight.
We'll cover the freight.
Because, it's family. It's what you do for family.
I said, Adam, how do we help? And you said, cover the freight. And I said, done. And that was the conversation.
Yeah.
So
simple as that.
I love it. Hey, I wanted to give some shout outs. Speaking of socials, before we tackle what could be a tough chat from you, so I appreciate that you're going to open up tonight. But I do want to shout out. There's been a few things throughout the week. There's always lots of things, messages and stuff we get, which is awesome. Just a couple of quick shout outs because I don't feel like we do them enough, ads. So that's on me.
Shout them out.
Hands up. I don't do shout outs enough. Quick one: Purple Patch Fishing, catching some calamari on the Daiwa Amorous squid jig that went out, which is the bright pink head and pink body one, which looks pretty cool. So awesome work there. That's good to see. Another one was, now this was on the back of a conversation we had last week about the swivel versus CUDA situation.
Yep.
So the loose drag label, silver snaps versus black snap swivels for game fishing. Answer is yes. Black snap swivels are better. I was trolling off Apollo Bay for school. Southern bluefin tuna. I hooked tuna, got it boat side, saw the CUDA come past and nailed the silver snap. Lure gone, fish gone. Re-rigged with black snaps, done another lap around them, bust up, fish hooked and landed.
Yeah, okay.
You're
Noted.
still not
Noted.
sold.
Noted.
But that's a great, hey, it's worked for them and that's all we asked for. Another one. Okay. This is Ducky's Fishing. Got a message throughout the week and then followed with a link to a video that went up on YouTube. So Ducky's Fishing received one of the green amorous jigs from us, Adam, and was fishing offshore, put it on a bit of a drifter in about 35 metres of water, I believe. That some of those ocean calamari are big and awesome. Caught a gummy shark on it. Now, just to be clear, the gummy had like a half a rig in its mouth still, and that rig got tangled in the squid jig. Which,
okay. Yeah,
So
okay.
he's managed to land it. Nice little one, like not tiny, but a little, nice little one. And a bit later on in the day, squid jig down, brought it up, plenty of weight, stripping some line, sort of like a big squid or big cuddly would do. Another gummy, this time pinned by the squid jig. So there is a lot to unpack there. There is a video online on YouTube. Now, I'm just going to quickly call it out, just if you want to have a look, because it's pretty cool. So, Ducky's Fishing on YouTube. And I think it's just titled Two Gummy Sharks on the Same Squid Jig. Check it out just purely for the what the fuck factor. And I love all that sort of weird shit. So awesome stuff to you, mate. Thank you for sending that through. And thanks for the shout out in the video. And the squid jig gets it. I don't know.
And Michael, call me. We need to talk about this. I know Ducky's fishing.
Okay, you do. Okay, right. Yeah.
Call me. We need to discuss what happened.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Now, one last shout out, ads, before we get stuck in. And this one is to, there's been some, we've spoken about lure development over the years and all sorts of fun stuff. This one is for Shaq Lures, who makes his own lures and has made effectively a little topwater wake bait, frog sort of colour patterns, which is predominantly green, with the Deep Drop logo on the side of it.
It's got PB written all over it.
That's
awesome.
It looks sensational. So massive shout out to you, you guys there getting that stuff done. I love a bit of a handcrafted or handmade lure.
Yeah, it's awesome.
To add a bit of a personal touch, I love the fact that it's got the Deep Drop on the side of it, and clearly it's going to get it done. So
It's locking in.
Awesome work, great work, good to see. I don't know. I'm up and about tonight, ads. The weather's been better down here. I've gotten rid of. I've been using a 4-pen in the last few episodes, and I've just not been feeling it. So I've just switched to
Really?
It's been messing with me a bit. So I've just switched to a single style pen. I've flipped the cap around tonight. I'm mixing it up.
I'm still rocking a 4-pen.
Yeah, you do have a 4-pen
Still rocking
too.
it.
Is that the one that's all busted out? No, you got a new one.
No. This is a freshie.
Freshie, fair enough. Maybe that's what I need. But anyway, I feel good. I'm looking forward to hitting the water. Obviously, with this weather ads and a plethora now of monthly resolutions we need to get stuck into, I would assume at some point you might have thought about hitting the water this week. I don't know. Have you been out?
Listen, it's not all peaches and cream when it comes to good weather.
Right.
So we had some great weather for the first time in consistent days. And when I mean good weather, it was perfect. It couldn't have been better.
No.
There was zero wind.
Sun.
It was 18 degrees, sun's out, perfect.
Yeah.
And do you know what that did to me?
Oh, excited you and filled you
Luke,
full of adventure and willingness and longingness to get out.
Mate, I had a full-blown fishing midlife crisis.
What happened? What happened?
Now, we've spoken about this topic before, I'm sure of it. And I'm no better at it. And I feel as though, Luke, listen, just between mates, let's pretend no one's...
No one's here. No one's listening. Open up. Let's go.
Mate, I need some help.
What's going on?
I need some
Talk
help.
to me.
We do a thing on the Deep Drop podcast based around the New Year's resolution, which we all know is complete horseshit.
Yeah.
Anyone can pick something easy in January,
That's right.
tick it off by the 6th of January and claim that they achieved and successfully completed their New Year's resolution. That's not what we're about at the Deep Drop.
No.
We took it a step further, which is something we are about. We take everything a step
We do.
further.
Sometimes too far.
Too far.
Often too far.
And that's the way we prefer it. That's the line we like to walk,
Yeah.
and we're not going to change.
No.
So we decided that one New Year's resolution was for pussies,
Yes.
and we are doing one monthly resolution that carries over for the entire 12 months of the year until they're ticked off. Now, as regular listeners of this pod would know, we are struggling with a capital S. And by we, I mean me. Because we've ticked off 2, and by we, I mean you, Luke. So I thought, we got some good weather. Good weather. So let me paint the picture for you. Absolute dead calm.
Yeah.
I've been away a fair bit.
You have.
For work.
Yeah.
So I worked a few things around. I won't get too personal. I didn't have my kids. that weekend. Mm-hmm. So I thought, it's game on. It's time to tick off some monthly rezos.
Mm-hmm.
So here's exactly what my thought process went through, Luke. I need you to console me. I need you to counsel me, and I need you to straighten me out, because I think I've had a full-blown mental breakdown on what to do.
Shit.
Okay, so I've got the list of rezos.
Yeah, good.
The best weekend we've had. Got through my oldest daughter's netball game, and now the weekend was my oyster. So I thought, all right, what's happening at the moment? The salmon are still that thick at Inverloch you can walk on them. I'm like, I'm going to go and get a 2 keg of salmon.
Good. Nice.
Then, closely followed by, mate, it's 3 knots.
Mm.
The sun's out. Every single person in Inverloch is going to be on the beach. No thanks.
Okay, so you've talked yourself out of that, but that's okay. There's more options.
So then I thought, all right, let's check what's going on tide-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Jumped in. I thought, potentially, maybe wait for the evening/night, tick off the Mulloway.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yes.
Had a look.
Mm-hmm.
Full moon.
Yeah.
We've discussed the full moon.
We have discussed
It's an automatic pass.
Yeah.
So now by this stage, I've spent way too long thinking about what I'm going to do. And then I thought, oh, no, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect one. I got a little care package from you mid last week.
Yes, good.
Full of squid jigs. I thought, I'm going to go down to the beach. I'm going to...
Yes,
not only
perfect.
Not only am I going to tick off my first reso, but it's going to be one that you put on the board.
Yeah. There's sort of bragging rights
because
in
this
that,
is a
isn't
team event now. We've sucked so hard, we've turned this into a team event. So I thought, I'll go and get a squid off the beach.
Mm.
And then I thought, it's kind of getting a little bit late in the day now.
Oh.
And then I got the ultimate bailout.
What?
One of the kids called and said, can I stay at your place? So I'm like, hell yeah, you can. Because now I don't have to do anything. So, Luke, I'm struggling. I need help. There's too many things on the board. I need to know from you. How do I sort myself out mentally? Because we're coming into spring, so a lot of these things on the resolution board are going to be achievable.
Yep. Look,
What do I do? Do I lock in? Like, do I pick one and lock in
I think you've got to.
and not rest?
I think you've got to.
What do I do?
Well, I think you've got to lock in. I think you do. I think you pick one, you go down the list and pick one and back yourself with it. Be confident, lock in on that, and then block all of the other resos out, because you've single-handedly stopped doing 3 of the resos based on other resos, and then found the weather reason or the full moon reason not to go at all. If you locked into that first option, regardless of if you thought there were going to be lots of people on the beach at Inverloch, you at least give yourself the opportunity and get out there. I think you've got to. I think you need to. It's commit. It's commit or
Do
go
I have
home.
commitment issues? Do I have commitment issues?
I think you do. I think you do. And this is the place to talk about it. So, you said it yourself. We're 2 from heaps, so we're struggling. And it's not. I've only done 2, so I need to pull my finger out as well. So let's not make this don't feel bad about it.
But I do.
You do have to lift your game.
Yeah, I know. And this is why I'm airing out my mental problems on the Deep Drop podcast, because surely I'm not alone when it comes to this.
I think
alone.
as anglers, and I think from all levels of angling, whether you're a beginner or you've done it a little bit or you're a fully fledged, addict, we are all very good at finding reasons not to go fishing.
Oh, mate, I'm the best at it. There is no one better on this planet.
And I have heard people who I consider absolute diehards, a tone in their voice that you go, you don't want to go. You've just made the call, and it might be something like, the tides are going to be shit. And that may be the case. But, you know, when you think about the times when you were just dropping everything to go fishing, you didn't even care what the tides were doing. Is it an age thing, Ads?
Maybe. I don't know. The other thing I think of too, is there such a thing that we think we know too much? Now, let me explain. Luke, you and I grew up in a tackle shop. And when I started working at the tackle shop, I didn't know anything about fishing. All I knew was that I loved it. And I went heaps. And then through nearly 20 years now in this industry, I've learnt more than I ever thought that I would ever learn about fishing, and I still don't think I've scratched the surface.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But sometimes I think, have I learnt too much to the point where now I'm like, no, I can find a reason not to go. And I use the full moon as a perfect example. Because I understand how it sounds. Oh, I know so much. I know when to get them. Doesn't work. No. And it's not what I mean at all. No. It's not what I mean.
What you're saying
what I mean is the perfect scenario. I had the perfect day to go fishing. Yet, through one quick glance at what the moon and tide's doing, I found a reason to go, not worth it today. What's that shit?
Yeah, and even about a calamari, who are arguably one of the stupidest creatures on Earth. Well, I hope they're not listening.
Second to me.
And I don't mean that. They're not stupid. But do you know what I mean? Like, you could argue that you'll get a squid most tides, most moons, and you've still managed to. You're in a headspace, Ads. We need to get you out.
I am.
We need to get you out of that. It's a funny situation, but it's actually an interesting point. Like, the more you know about something, sometimes the more doubt it can put in your mind, if that makes sense, and that can go for anything. Like, here's one. I couldn't tell you anything about how a car works. Couldn't tell you anything. I put oil in a car the other day, so I'm pretty much a mechanic now. But in all honesty, if I'm driving along and hear a bit of a knocking noise, I'm like, oh, that's a bit annoying. I'll just turn the radio up louder so I can't hear it anymore. Yeah. And I'm still driving where I need to go. If you're a fully fledged mechanic who knows everything about cars, you're pulling over and spending the rest of the day on the side of the road trying to work it out.
No, but that's,
do you know what I'm saying?
That's kind of the opposite. That's what I want. That's kind of the opposite to what I'm talking about. So in that case, it needs to be, okay, well, I feel as though I know how to catch a calamari, so I'm just going to go and catch it.
That's what I'm saying. So
I'm going to pull out all of the stops. No, but I sat there and thought, no. There's all these things telling me I shouldn't go. And this is why I think fishing is really unique. Because let's use the mechanic example.
Well, you're the mechanic driving the car that won't drive it because of a couple of little noises. You need to be the naive driver who thinks, she'll be right. I'm just going to go anyway.
No, I know, but a mechanic, mechanic is kind of closed-ended. There's only so many things it could be. So a mechanic's going to find it.
Will they?
Whereas with fishing, it could be
I know.
everything could be perfect, and it's not even a thought process of I'm not going to catch anything. I literally, because I'm okay with catching nothing, but I got so up in my own head trying to figure out what I should do rather than just going with what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to go fishing. That was my ultimate. I was going to go fishing that day. I wanted to go fishing. And then by the time I made up my mind on what I could have done, which happened to be 4 different things, I found a way to go, no. That's fucked up. From someone who genuinely loves fishing, has been so privileged to learn so much cool shit from so many cool people and still managed to go, it all sounds a bit hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on there?
What's going on, mate? Is the winter sort of blues really gotten to you, and you really need that? Well, we had that lick of sun, but you need something to snap you out of it. What?
So what's it going to be? What's it going to be? What's the thing on the reso list? Because I think the reso thing's awesome, and for everybody that wants to learn something new about fishing, I suggest you go back and have a listen to our monthly rezos that we've done since February, because this is the thing. I'm a person that likes structure.
Yeah.
Now, the monthly rezos has given me structure because I can work out what I want to do. The problem is I haven't done any of them.
Do you know?
I'm scanning through, going, which one can I do?
Nah, I found it. I know what it is. I think I've worked on a bit of a solution for you. We've got 2 in here that are, because I think you need something a bit more generic. Too specific is messing with your head. I think what you need to do is get some chatters and just go somewhere and start casting around, because there's no commitment to species. You could, we said it before, if you catch a yellow-eyed mullet on a chatterbait, it's on the list. So do you know what I'm saying? So you can't get in your head too much about it. Maybe it's topwater. We still need 9 more species for topwater. Maybe you take a couple little poppers or little pencil stick baits or little whatever and just go and just get out there. There's no obligation to catch a particular species. There's no pressure on, I just caught a trevally, but I really need a bream. It doesn't matter. It counts. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's not a bad call. It's not a bad call.
I reckon that could be your go. I reckon that's going to get... Because then once you get one, you're back.
I just need some mojo. I need some mojo.
It's going to get it. It's going to bring it. That's what you need to do. And I'm saying it. This is an intervention right now, Adam.
I've lost my mojo.
No, yep. And I'm getting it back in the form of chatterbaits.
All right. Okay, so I need some chatters.
And just go.
Okay.
I said I was going to hook you up. I'm going to hook you up. I feel like you need it more than ever. You need it, you know.
I've got this.
You've got this. Community, get around Adam. If there's any other suggestions, reach out. Wrap your arms around him. He needs us in this time of difficulty.
So here it is. Green tile, black text. Look out for it on socials. It's what we do.
Yes.
It's the question tile. How do you snap out of a fishing funk?
Oh, nice question. Nice question.
I want suggestions. They can be real deep. They can be as simple as "shut up, pussy, go fishing."
It might just
be anything.
A bird emoji.
Maybe I just need a little bit of tough love. Listen, pussy. Oh, why? Where? You can go fishing today. Like, nah, get amongst it. Like.
Emojis or with babies crying and stuff.
Yep.
No,
I'll take everything.
Okay. How do you snap out of a fishing funk? And this, we need you need some suggestions. Let's be honest.
I need the community. I appreciate your feedback, Luke. Yeah. I already feel better about it.
Okay.
I feel as though this is a time where we really need peer pressure.
All right.
So I'm calling out to the community. How do you snap out of a fishing funk? I'm in a funk.
You're in a
fishing funk.
Community, assemble. Ads, what does 25 years of innovation and development get you?
I'm tipping a fair result, Luke.
Correct. And that's exactly what the team at Spotter Sunglasses have done. 100% Australian owned and operated, Spotters are designed to survive and withstand Australia's toughest conditions.
From chasing barra in the top end, fishing the rugged WA coast, exploring Tassie, suffering through the bitterly cold winters here in Victoria, or cruising up the east coast of Australia. Whatever you do and wherever you go, Spotters literally have a pair to cover all of it.
And you're covered from the glare and UV exposure with Spotters.
And they're bloody stylish and comfortable too.
The range of frames and lenses is massive, so do yourself a favour and head over to spotters.com.au and check them out. All right, Ads, get your head in the game for this, because I'm going to need your thoughts, I need your opinions, I need your feedback, and I need the community more than ever for this one as well. Ads, I've got a question which on paper is fairly simple, but I don't want it to be a one-answer question. I want to break this down a little bit with you. You know how much, and you're the same, how much we love lures. We just love lures, everything about them. We've spoken about them on every single episode, 144 episodes in. The question I've got, and we've had this suggested a few times over the journey by some listeners on social media, and there's so many variables here, so I don't expect a simple answer. When it comes to it, what should be more effective, or what is more effective? Lures or live baits? That's the question. Now, straight away, I know what you're thinking. Well, for what species? And it's a great follow-up question, because there are situations with hundreds of species that it could be a different answer to, and that's where I want to go. Now, I don't want to touch on every species in the encyclopedia, but I think there's some key species here, Ads, that I'd love your thoughts on. If you had to choose one, you needed to land a fish, what's the best option?
Can I throw a maybe somewhat controversial blanket answer?
Absolutely.
As a diehard tragic when it comes to lures, would it be fair for me to say, Luke, that the answer for every species is live bait? Breaks my heart for those for those words to even come out of my mouth.
Well, no. Well, I think it's fair. I've got an opinion on it too, but I want to elaborate some more, because I think it's okay to have that answer.
Well, so there's probably a great example that it's a season we're about to come into, and it's something where I think we've spoken about it and we've dissected this on the podcast before, but I think it's worth revisiting right now under the conversation of the way we're hitting it, or the angle we're hitting it now. Let's talk snapper.
Okay.
Because if it come down to it, I am 99.5% sure I'm more confident in catching a snapper with a lure than I am a live bait.
Right, okay.
And we've spoken about how there's not really, out of all the percentage of snapper fishermen in Victoria where we live, Luke, what would you say? Less than 1% that live bait for them?
In Victoria, I think so, yeah. I think it may be more, maybe in New South Wales potentially, but maybe not. I don't know. But it's
Let's talk our key.
Yeah.
So our key species starting with snapper. Would you prefer a lure or a live bait?
Again, so we're talking. We just need to catch a fish. Yeah.
Just need to catch a fish.
Well, I would say live bait.
Now, are we taking into account in this conversation how easy or not easy it is to get said live bait for any of these species?
Oh, I think we need to assume that it's attainable. Do you know what I mean? Because there's obviously some days even fishing, when you're heading offshore for kingfish or marlin or whatever, where the live bait grounds are just being stupid for some reason. But I think we just need to assume that it's gettable.
This is one of the greatest conversations we're about to have. I have so many things going through my head.
Yeah.
So, if you were going to take one live bait for snapper,
yes,
what is it, and how are you getting it?
Well, for me, it's a no. Well, for me, this is purely based on my experience. I think if when I've done it, sending a live calamari down, they just don't last long before they get gobbled up by a snapper. I'm using a southern calamari, Adam, to answer your question. And I'm hitting the shallow, broken, rubbly grounds on the way out to said snapper grounds to collect my squid, put them in the live tank, and away you go.
Don't mind it.
You've got an issue with it. I can read your face.
I kind of do.
Why? What's your problem?
What would be the maximum size calamari that you'd be using to catch these snapper?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if there is a maximum.
So if you went flicking around for a calamari and the only ones you could get were 35 centimeter hoods, are you putting that bad boy down? This is getting. Sorry. No. This is very negative of me.
No,
I apologise
because you're questioning it. It's fine.
No, because we can catch small calamari here, and that's not that hard. So that's an unfair question.
No, but can I just answer that question real quick? Just with something that's very deep drop-ish, I would absolutely give it a nudge.
Yeah,
I would 100% send a big one down just to see what happens. I've had pretty big calamari eaten by snapper, by the way. Maybe not 35 centimetre hook. Oh, yeah, I don't know.
It's a fair calamari.
It's a beast. The ones in an ideal world, and maybe that's the way we need to tackle this question. In an ideal world, the perfect size slimy for kingfish or squid for
Yeah. I think it's unfair.
Yeah.
That's not the lane. That's not the lane.
But this,
I think you were asking the question,
No.
and it's an unfair lane for me to take. I think it's ridiculous. Okay, so, and I apologise. My bad. So a live calamari is what you would go to for snapper.
yeah, that's what I would.
Very reasonable, and I think it's a good choice.
Okay, good.
And you would prefer to use that if you had to catch one snapper. So you had one session, one day,
Yep.
and catching one snapper was the name of the game.
Yep.
You would take a live calamari over a
Placky.
whatever, soft
Yep.
plastic.
I would. Yes.
What about brim?
It's a great one. This
If
is
you
weird.
had to catch a brim.
You and I are weird. I knew you were about to say that, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Jesus.
See, I think this is an easy one. And the only reason I say it's an easy one for me is because I've done this and it was ridiculous fun and it was deadly.
Yeah, like soldier crabs and shit like that, or yabbies or worms or whatever. I've still got an argument that live bait would be the option.
I agree. Live prawn. It's the
prawn.
most fun I've ever had brim fishing. I've caught a shit stack of lures on shit stack of brim on lures. Mate, netting a prawn and walking to the end of a jetty and putting an unweighted live prawn and sending it back towards the inside of the jetty was one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. And it's deadly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. So our main species, King George whiting.
It's a tough one. I think. Well, we're talking live baits.
And a live pippy doesn't count because it's just a slab of shit.
What's a live bait you'd use for maybe a nipper?
Nipper.
I'm sure I've never done it. I'm sure it would go all right, but I'm going to say pure. I can only say lure because I haven't done live baiting for King George whiting.
Over your neck of the woods where King George whiting on turtleback worms is not just a thing, it's the in thing at the moment. If you lobbed a live scrubby into a metre of water, do you reckon you're catching whiting?
I reckon you probably would.
Doesn't sound stupid, does it?
No, not when you... No, if it's a decent scrubby, I reckon you'd get one. How long does a scrub worm last for in salt water before it stops
long enough
wriggling?
to get eaten, I reckon.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. But yeah. Well, here's a slightly... What about a yellowtail kingfish?
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
Livey?
Live bait.
Yeah. What
Live
about
bait.
a southern bluefin tuna?
Now we're getting interesting.
Because we've spoken about live baiting for tuna.
If you were going to live bait for a southern bluefin tuna, what are you trying to get?
The bait. It's a tricky one because you naturally or instantly sort of go, oh, like a slimy, but then what are they? They're eating pilchards, aren't they, mainly?
Yeah, pillies, red bait. And I know this has been done, especially around Apollo Bay.
I don't know how hard it is or
how easy or hard is it to catch a pilly?
Or red bait or because it's like souries up on the south coast of New South Wales. They get smashed to bits by kingies, but you can never catch them on bait grounds or offshore. Yeah. Well, I won't say never because there'll be people listening going, yes, I can. It's easy. It probably is. I'm just not familiar with it. But you know what I mean? How do you catch pilchards?
If in Victoria we
Super trawler?
were, and we're not, I'm just throwing it out there, but if, hypothetically speaking, if in Victoria we were allowed to use a cast net, would a live pilly... Would you prefer, if you had the choice of a live pilly right there or...
How do you rig a pilchard?
What's that?
How would you how do you rig a live pilly? Would it just be sort of bridle
I reckon
rigging
you'd have
it?
to show... I reckon I think you'd almost... You could probably shoulder pin it, but they're such a soft fish. You couldn't go through the mouth because it'd just...
No. I suppose they do they do those similar size in the States, don't they? They just pin them in the back and hoik them over. Yeah. Anyway, that's not a bad one. What about around the grounds? Let's go up north, Barramundi.
Live bait.
What? Live
Easy.
what? Mullet? Moulet?
Potties.
Yeah.
Or cherubin.
Yeah. Yeah. Brim.
See, this is what I mean. I would say. Would you say?
What about this one? Just before you go on, thinking about up north still, mangrove jack.
Oh.
The thing is, right?
Would a live prawn get eaten by a jack quicker than whatever hard body or
don't know. Because the thing, and the reason I was going to bring up that, and there's a couple others in the similar style. You see jacks and these sorts of fish react to like fast worked stick bait, or flick baits or crank baits, or whatever, that have worked really fast. Because you're not. I mean, if you lobbed a livey near a pontoon or something, you're not working it. You're just kind of letting it do its thing. So it's a completely different methodology. But either one's getting eaten.
As a sports fishing way, it's probably not as exciting.
I'd love to hear from
I don't know.
Jack Fishos. What would be? The question is not about fun and all that. It's about what would be the most productive.
Yeah, if you had to catch one of whatever these species are, what are you choosing? Another one that springs to mind, Aussie bass.
It's
got to be a scrubby, doesn't it?
Scrubby.
Yeah.
But then you set the sessions you have just on top water and stuff where they're just smashing stuff to bits. Like, could you...
Chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, plastics, hard...
But it's the idea of you drifting down a scrubby. It just has to get eaten, doesn't it?
It's going to get eaten.
If they're in the vicinity.
It's going to get eaten.
I mean, that leads into another conversation, which I'm not getting into right now. The worm.
Where do
worm
you...
plastic style thing. Anyway.
So where do you lean with it? Are you thinking
where I'm leaning with the overall question ads, and I'm the I almost feel a bit dirty talking about this because I love lures so much, and we've lent towards live baits this whole conversation. But I think there's a really clear reason for that. What is a lure? A lure is something you're trying to trick a fish into eating based on
it's a fake live bait.
Imitating a live or a bait fish that they would naturally eat.
It's a fake live bait.
So would you prefer fake or real? That should be the real question. Fakies or natural?
I prefer fake because it's not as messy. And they're easier to get. But if your life depended on it, you're taking the live bait, aren't you?
I think if you had a gun to your head saying catch a fish, however you need, as far as like lures or live bait, I can't think of a situation where you probably wouldn't. Love to be proven wrong.
If part of the hypothetical was that you had to acquire said live bait yourself, would you change your mind?
Potentially.
I think I am.
Potentially.
I think I am.
Especially with some of the things we've spoken about. So, like, if it was something you could use a scrubby for, I'm confident in digging enough holes that I'll find a couple of scrubbies in a mud pile. If I had to catch calamari to use, we've seen how effective calamari are for snapper, kingfish, lots of different species. But when it comes to, like, how many times do you look for a decent patch of slimies or yakkers and they're just pains in the asses? Or trying to net a pilchard, like and even moulet up north. I guess you can use cast nets up there.
So what? All right. What about this spanner thrown into?
I love a spanner.
If something really sexual about what you said, it sounded sexual.
But spanner.
It's spanner.
I want to know where I love the concept that it is a saying, and it's such a famous saying. Throwing a spanner in the works, And it is because it's mixing up and jumbling up and smashing up the idea.
But why a spanner?
Well, did someone do it? But did someone do it? Like in the workshop one day?
But why a spanner?
Because it was the
I
closest.
could throw a hammer and cause as much chaos.
Because it was the closest thing on the workbench, and someone's just grabbed it in a rage because there were 3 or 4 blokes arguing about the same thing and couldn't land on an answer, and someone just went, "Well, fuck this,"
and just lobbed a spanner.
Lobbed a spanner. And it erupted. It killed 3 of the 4 guys, so they landed on one answer because there was only one guy left.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So the spanner in the works.
I'll roll with that.
I don't know.
But anyway, we digress. If you were... So with this scenario, live bait or lure, artificial bait, let's use, how long have we actually got?
Oh.
Because I could make an argument that I would be a lot more proficient with a lure than I am at catching a live bait. So take all of those species that we just said. Snapper, King George whiting, southern bluefin tuna, kingfish, mangrove jack, barramundi. I don't think I missed one. If you gave me 24 hours
24 hours.
to cast a lure for every second of those 24 hours,
You should be able to get one.
am I getting that species?
Well, I reckon there's some. I'm just saying. I think there's some that could be a challenge. Something like a snapper. We know we've had we've had incredible sessions on snapper on soft plastics ads and jigs and whatever. But we've also had times, and I know we're not fishing for 24 hours to your point, but you just feel it straight away that it's just not going to happen.
Well, what constitutes a snapper? Because the other thing I can say, go back and listen to Snapper Diaries, where there wasn't many entries, but there was a few.
Pinkies.
I didn't donut, but they weren't all legal.
But then I'm also not using a live bait. They're not eating live baits.
Scrubbies?
Scrubby the ultimate live bait.
Well, if you dropped a bass yabby into a school of pinkies, you're catching it.
We're catching a pinky.
Just saying. But also, if I'm dropping a 3-inch minnow into a school of pinkies, I'm catching
a pinky. I know. I get it. There's two more species I just want to touch on. Mulloway, livey. Again, a muley. Just gobble them up, don't they?
So, yeah. I thought you said muley for the second species. I'm like,
no.
what live bait would I use for a muley?
The other one, and this is one that you and I haven't done much of, but I think I'd love to hear from the community, marlin. Because
easy live bait.
Easy live bait.
Easy.
But again, I'm just thinking about your scenario. You're going to raise one on it in 24. Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, this is the thing. How long have you got? Because if you've got 24 hours, what are you doing? Are you potentially spending half of that time trying to get live bait, therefore halving your time to catch the life-saving species, or are you going to take the punt with more time with a lure to tempt one?
How about this species? And the reason I thought of it just then is because I just saw to my out the corner of my eye.
I think most penis.
Brooksy, who catches lots of GTs. I wonder if he would. I'm gonna message him. GT, if you had to catch one to save your life,
if your life depended on it. One fish, only one fish is all you need. One fish.
You've got lures.
Are you taking a live bait or a lure?
What live bait are you chucking at a GT? Anything.
Yeah, what do they eat?
Birds.
Just live baiting a seagull.
How'd you rig that? No, don't answer that.
Yeah, let's not go down that far.
Yeah. What are they eating? Anything, probably.
Yeah. Well, I guess all the likely species. Any Souries.
Yeah.
Slimies. Probably squid, everything
but
squid.
Yeah, true. Because I was going to say, because even living on, those reefs, shallow reefs and bommies and that, I guess
there'd be bait everywhere.
It would be.
There'd just be bait everywhere.
It'd just be eating anything. But it's an interesting question, though.
Yeah.
And that would probably change to your point on duration. If you had 24 hours, someone like Brooksy or these guys who are good at, or whatever species, would probably back themselves, like to your point with snapper or brim or whatever. But if you said, okay, you've got 12 hours, does that change things? I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does too.
Because I reckon it goes full circle. If 24 hours, I should be able to get one on a lure. If you brought that right back to 12, you'd be 50-50. Bring that down to, say, you've got 6 hours. Give me a live bait.
Well, what if we changed the parameters of said life-saving challenge? What if now the parameters, instead of you only had to catch one fish in a 24-hour period? Because you could kind of make an even argument for both. You know what I mean? Like, what if you had to catch a legal bag of said species?
Oh, it's still got to be live bait.
I was going to say, I think it probably leans more towards live bait. Like, would you be more confident of catching 10 King George whiting in one session with live sandworm or a turtleback worm?
They're the same thing, aren't they?
Nice.
But yeah, and if you and again just purely for the exercise, if your live bait tank magically just kept topping up, like it wasn't the bait collection wasn't an issue, it was just there.
Oh, you're taking live bait every time.
Yeah.
I'll fight anyone
because then you go, if you flip that and go, nah, that's a factor. You got to catch enough live bait. Like, so for example, if you're a bag of snapper, you're going to need at least half a dozen calamari to stay alive in that live tank, or whatever bait you choose, yakkers, whatever, garfish. That changes a bit. Like, I don't know.
It does.
But the effectiveness,
it's hard,
the concept of bagging out on lures happens. Absolutely. We've all, experienced that, but relying on that? Yeah.
Rough.
I can't, yeah. Oh, again, as I said off the very, very top, there are so many variables, and this is why we love it, ads. I don't know. I don't like, and I always think about pelagics, because you could argue that, say, and I'm going to use this example, and I know there's a factor of finding them, but you could argue that if you found, or if you needed to catch your guns to your head again, you needed to catch dolphin fish, and you knew there was a fad offshore 25 mile out, and you're pretty sure they're there, I don't know if I'm bothering with live bait, because if there's dollies on a fad, they're eating fucking everything.
Well, it's the same. Say, the first thing when you said that sort of scenario, I thought Spanish mackerel, where you're not necessarily looking for a fad. It's just pot luck. What are you doing?
Well,
are you better off trolling around?
I reckon
a countdown magnum in redhead,
because
are you better off trying to live swim or whatever?
Most of the time, and again, this is coming from two Victorians, but like mackerel fishing, obviously you're targeting waters and currents and bits and pieces, but ultimately to find them, the best way to find them is by trolling a lure out the
100%.
back. So you could argue that, well, let's just keep doing that and get our back. Yeah. So far out, there's so many different ways to go with it.
There's so much.
I think, yeah.
So I think going back to your original question, I think the easy answer for me is live bait every time. But you can manipulate the question and the stakes to get me there to lures, I think.
Easy. You know how to do that? The easy manipulation of that is add another variable. What's more fun? It's lures every time, baby.
It's lures.
And that's why we do it. And honestly, the reality is this, there's a bit of a wrap up to this. Live baits is effective. It's not a given. It's still not a given, because if the fish just aren't on, or the moon, Adam, as you have been pointing out regularly,
turns out it stops fishermen from fishing.
Whatever it is, doesn't mean a live bait doesn't guarantee a fish. We've all trolled live baits for kingies, and they're just playing the game and being pains in the arse. Or we've all thrown a mullet at a barra that just decides doesn't even want to look at it, or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, we're in an age now where the lure options are so big and so vast and so good, like so productive too. Like a lot of what's in market is going to catch you fish. But when we're talking gun to the head, 24 hours to catch one, you start going, oh, is that my best option? But if I'm going to go down, I'm going to go down chucking some lures around. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. I love
it. All right. Well, like I said, that topic could be spoken about for another 3 hours, but we're not. We're going to move on. And Adam, right now, my friend, we are going to do this.
The deep drop.
Top 6. That's a big statement right there. There's been some big statements on the deep drop top 6, Adam, over the years. Not years. We've really kicked that into gear this year. Yeah. And there was some really good support last week to the comedic actors. A lot of support for Robin Williams featuring in the list. Now, just another mention, and we say it every week, it's not in any particular order, but what I realised this week was if people are just following along on social media, they don't hear us say that because that's not featured in the clip. So a lot of people think we're ranking them, and we get some suggestions that, you know, some are ranked too high and whatever. That's cool. That's cool, by the way. No worries.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, so there was some. Yeah, it was a solid list of funny men. That's for sure.
Quality.
So this week we've kind of gone, I don't know, completely different direction, I guess. And I don't really know why. I don't really know why. What's inspired it? Maybe we got hungry while we were thinking of ideas, but it's pretty plain and simple. Tonight, ads, we're doing the top 6 chocolate bars.
I feel as though this is going to get controversial.
Oh, do you reckon? It might.
Because I think, and the only reason I mean controversial, I think we're going to come up, my tip is that we come up with a stupidly solid top 6. But I feel as though there's going to be some omissions that should be a walk-up start. I think there's going to be a competitive top 6. I think it's going to be very competitive top 6.
Oh, there's going to be some teams missing the finals that deserve to be there. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. Someone's got to finish 9th.
Yeah.
And I think there's going to be...
There might be 9th, 10th, 11th. And you know what? I think you're probably right. And when you start thinking about chocky bars, Jesus, there's some good ones.
Oh, yeah.
And
there's some ridiculous.
So what? I mean, you mentioned some parameters in the last topic we were talking about. What are we saying here? We're just saying what we like. That's what we're saying. Yeah, we're not trying to say what's the most popular around the world. We're saying these are our...
What do you like?
Yeah,
what's in your
If there was a basket of chocky bars in the Deep Drop studio right now, it would feature this, and this, and this, and
yes,
this.
Perfect way to describe it.
Okay, good.
Perfect
All right.
way to describe it.
Well, we need to be the gatekeepers of said basket. And Adam, I'm going to hand over to you to kick us off with the chocky bar list, mate.
All right. Well, I'm gonna open, and thank you. And I feel as though my first one is I think it's a walk up start to I'll go as far as to say almost everyone's top 6.
Okay.
Not number 1. I'm just saying
no particular
in the top
order.
6.
Yeah.
So I'll open it up. Number 1, the Mars bar.
Yeah, good.
I think it's just no explanation needed. I will listen. The raspberry Mars bar, which we've been very vocal about. I'm going to lob it all. I'm going to lob it all into one because the original. It's hard to beat the OG.
Yeah, but you were firm on the raspberry or strawberry?
Still
raspberry Mars bar.
Raspberry.
Oh,
yeah, still.
I reckon you might have added some sales to the campaign there with lots of people have.
But I'm going to throw Mars bar in at number 1. No more explanation.
Good,
needed.
Love it. All right. For me, I'm simply putting in there my favourite, and as we said, that's what this is all about. It's what we would want to see in front of us in the studio ads. And so, number 2, Boost.
Ooh.
Is this one of your first controversial-ish type selections ads?
Can I just throw it out there? Not a huge fan.
Really?
Not a huge fan.
It's my go-to.
Listen, don't hate them.
My go-to.
And we'll eat it.
So be nice. No.
Yeah, no, we'll eat it.
Okay.
But yeah, okay. I like this already. I like this already. Now, okay, Boost. Talk me through it. She's a chunky chocolate.
Yeah, she can be chunky.
Hefty.
Yeah.
Hefty.
Oh, yeah.
It's a meal. It's a meal in bar form.
It's the whole food pyramid in a
Yes.
It's high, it might, a lot of these have a lot of things wrong with them as far as health, but
all of them.
Jesus, they're high in enjoyment.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think,
Boost.
yeah. Do yourself a favour.
Yeah, no, I like it. Do I go controversial right off the bat?
I just want you to be honest with yourself, with the community, with the Deep Drop brand.
Easy. Number 3. The twirl.
Oh,
when's the last
really?
time you had a twirl?
Is it, hang on. Wait, no. Is it twirl's not the real messy fucking thing, is it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
And this is why it features over said messy one, commonly known as a flake.
Thank you. So that
it's a clean flake. It's a clean flake. And this is why I love the twirl. It gives you flake vibes wrapped in chocolate.
Yeah.
I think it solves the biggest problem with a flake.
Whoever invented the flake can just fuck right off.
I honestly think it is no bullshit. They were legitimately trying to fuck with everyone. Because, hey, when's the last time you had a flake?
Oh, a long time. I refuse.
Because
unless it features in a favourites box, and then I'll try and be clean with it. But you can't be.
Maybe you can just smack the whole thing, but you got to be careful opening the package. A flake at its core, unbelievable chocolate bar. I just want to throw that out there. And if it wasn't for the fact that you wore half of it, it might have featured in my top 6.
No.
Which is where the twirl steps in.
So
it scratches my flake itch, but I don't have to have a shower straight away afterwards.
I love that. I love that you've got a full reasoning behind it, because I
100%.
hadn't thought about it like that. That's brilliant. Brilliant. And wow, there could be an amazing marketing twist here. Have they invented the flake as a dummy? Thinking people go, oh, I love this, but it's so messy. And then bang, twirl appears, and people go, oh, this is the answer to all my questions.
Yeah.
Clever. Yeah. If that's how they thought.
I like
they
it.
probably didn't.
And they got me with it. If that's how they got me.
They certainly did. Okay, for number 4, it's the cherry ripe.
Oh, I'm a cherry ripe fan.
Good. I want to shout out a couple of people here. My old man, my dad, loves a cherry ripe, always has, as long as I remember. And I've taken that mantle now as the cherry ripe. I also want to shout out my grandfather, who celebrated he's in his mid-90s now, up on the mid-north coast in Port Macquarie. I remember fishing with him in back down here when he was in Victoria for redfin, and he tied a part of the cherry ripe packet onto a jig head, or it might have been a hook set up back then, and we're catching reddies on the old cherry ripe packet. So
even reddies love cherry ripe.
So I love it.
That's a solid pick.
There's been variations. Don't fuck with it.
No.
Don't fuck with
OG.
it. Yeah.
One of the few things you'll eat that's wrapped in dark chocolate that's actually good.
Yes. Well done. Well said. Thank you.
I love that. Cherry ripe. All right. I'm going to, for my last pick of this top 6,
I'm
going to throw something in that I think might offend a few people.
Really? Okay.
Number 5. The Turkish Delight.
Oh, yes.
Hear me out.
Yes.
Now, in a favourites box, it's the one that's always left because no one wants to eat.
Give them to me.
I'm not talking about this fancy pants shit Turkish Delight that comes with no chocolate and it's got this powder crap all over it. That's not what I'm talking about. I am talking about the ultra processed Turkish in the middle with the Cadbury milk chocolate on the outside.
Oh.
And everyone that wants to leave them in a favourites box, I will gladly seagull the piss out of it at the end.
Absolutely.
Mop up all the Turkish Delights. I rate them.
This is sometimes, there's moments in the Deep Drop production where I go, geez, I don't know why Adam and I are so good at mates. And then moments like this happens and I go, that's why.
Yes.
Oh, mate, I'm all for it. The only issue we would have together is we would both want to mop up those Turkish Delight at the bottom of the box because no one else wants them. But
there'd be a lot of paper, rock, scissors going.
Yeah, it would. Oh, what a journey. What a journey. That's a great one. Do you know what? I hadn't even thought of that one, so I'm so glad you put that on there. Now, I'm going to round it out, Ads. Oh, man, there is a lot we'll do some honourable mentions, but there are a lot that we haven't put on this list. But this one's a bit of a throwback, but I had one recently. I think I might have even shouted it out on Instagram. I was so excited about it. Number 6, Milky Way.
Oh, Milky Way.
What a great, great chocky bar.
Would you say Milky Way? Oh,
it's
when did it? When did it lose? I don't think it's as popular as it should be.
No, I don't think so. It was. I think it might have peaked in popularity. I'm going to say mid-90s.
Yeah, when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's dropped off, but I think it's there, and the diehards, they know it. They respect it.
Yeah.
And I reckon I reckon sales are strong. Not to a Mars bar sort of level, but they're strong enough.
It's still going. Milk, it's still going.
And you bite into that. Once you get through the outer shell, it's kind of that cloudy, fluffy goodness that's
I was
going to
say, it's like biting a glorious malt cloud.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you need out of it.
It's yeah, it makes you feel good.
It does.
Maybe to help you out of your fishing rut ads, you could take a couple of Milky Ways with you while you're chucking some chatters around.
Well, the issue is I'd eat them before I got there.
You would. Yeah, but that's not the worst thing. Might give you the energy you need. And the Milky Way. We should just shout out some others ads. Now I will whip through that. So we've gone Mars Bar, Boost, Twirl, Cherry Ripe, Turkish Delight, Milky Way. Now if that's in the basket in the Deep Drop Rider as we do our world tour, I'm comfortable with that. It's
gonna be a hell of a time.
Yeah. Have you got some
glaring omissions?
Glaring omissions. And I feel bad, but hey, we've only got 6 spots. Deal with it.
Correct.
Yeah. Michael Jordan got cut from his high school baseball team.
Yeah, that's right.
So you'll be right. But I think the big commercial glaring omission is a Snickers.
Snickers, yeah.
Commercially huge.
Are you a Snickers fan?
Oh, look, I don't dislike them, but it's very rarely in my rotation.
Yeah, I'm a Snickers fan.
Mm. Oh, and like I said, happy to have one.
Yeah.
I also had, and it's again not high rotation, but I enjoy it for a few reasons. Violet Crumble can be messy.
Yeah, okay. Are you taking a Violet Crumble over a Crunchy?
I kind of think they're the same thing in two different packaging, but I don't know. They're probably on par. It's a good call, Crunchy. Yeah.
I think the biggest difference is, when you bite into a Crunchy, half the bar is that really hard, dense honeycomb, and half of it's that really soft melt in your mouth arrangement.
Yeah.
Violet Crumble's just the hard shit.
Just the hard shit. Yeah, but I enjoy the challenge of eating the outer chocolate casing, and then you just sort of smash through the. Do you know what I'm saying? The honeycomb.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Don't mind it. I haven't had one in a long time.
No, look, I really wanted to put this one in there as well, but I didn't, and I almost feel bad. I just want to give a massive shout out to the Cadbury Curly Whirly.
Yeah.
It's a solid treat.
I'm on board.
You know what I'm saying? It's not a solid bar as such, but no, it kind of is in a way, but yeah. Yeah. Did you have, what else did we miss? Yeah, we got some.
Well, there's quite a few, like Kit Kat. Where do you stand on Kit Kat?
Is it a biscuit? Is it a chocolate bar? Don't know. It's a solid eat. Yeah, no, Kit Kat should be in the conversation. And you think about some of the features in, like, you said that we spoke about the favourites box before, and I'm so glad Turkish Delight's in here, by the way. But Oro, like, where do you stand with the Moro? Is it Moro?
Moro.
Like, what's that about?
Well, it's realistically. So, listen, Moro gets a lot of hate.
I still eat it.
Yeah, but do you know, I'm going to throw a comparison at you, and I bet you it changes your opinion on Moro.
Okay.
Is a Moro just a solid curly whirly?
Oh, shit. Now, I had not thought about that.
It's just a really thick curly whirly.
Is it?
Well, it's just a shit stack of caramel and wrapped in chocolate.
I kind of have always thought that the Moro is the Mars Bar's ugly cousin.
Oh no, it's on the production line. They ran out of the nougat. They ran out of that shit. They're like, fuck it, wrap it in chocolate and we'll call it a Moro.
Yeah, we need to do something with this excess shit. Wrap it up. Let's go.
Throw it in the favourites box.
Yeah, and listen, the only other one that I wanted to touch on was And I never know if I like them or hate them. And even when I'm eating one, a picnic. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is why we work well. This is why we work well together, Luke. I think you've summed up a picnic perfectly. Not sure whether you like them or not.
Or not. Even while you're eating them, somewhat enjoying it, there's a thing in the back of your mind going, this is terrible.
This is weird, yeah.
This is weird.
But every now and then you get a bite where you get the perfect consistency of the caramel,
Yeah.
and it's like, this is pleasure.
Yeah. I think there's an element of crumminess about it that annoys me. It's not a clean eat.
No, and it's also a horrible eat if it's been in the fridge.
Oh, really? Too hard?
It just snaps. Everything snaps, and there's shit everywhere, and you're not sure if you've broken a tooth or you've copped a peanut. Like it's hard.
Yeah. Well, I think it's probably just that it's not on the list then. Well, I mean, that's like I said. If that's our rider moving forward, that's a solid top six. Now,
we'll go for a very long time. If that's on the rider,
we're good.
We'll be around for a long time.
Now, I'll just really quickly, because we've started a tradition last week. We need to make a quick starting five out of this roster.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying off the top. I think Boost is your starting centre.
Yep, hefty.
Hefty. It's got length. It's just going to be solid in defence. It's not going to give you much on the points.
I think that's perfect.
I want you to tell me.
I think the Mars bar's got to slot in at the point guard position. I think because it's the OG.
It's exactly where I was.
It's
going
the OG.
Yeah.
It's the OG. It organises everyone beautifully, and you probably want the ball in a Mars bar's hands with 8 seconds left, and a right decision needs to be made. Now, whether that's pass or score, I feel as though Mars bar's in the best position.
And I can't help but think Cherry Ripe is at the 2 spot. And all you want... Reliable for points. Just a point-generating machine. And look, lacks defense, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Yeah. And then I sort of think, I mean, Turkish Delight is clearly on the bench. I mean, is your import right there from Turkey?
Well, yeah. Solid contender for 6 man. I feel as though a Turkish Delight could be streaky.
Could be really handy.
You could get nothing from it. You could get nothing from it, but it could swing a quarter instantly.
A really handy contributor. But could easily go missing.
Could go for 35 on any given night.
Absolutely.
But could just as likely could go for 0.
So we're sort of talking Twirl and Milky Way on the wing, like in the forward positions.
Yeah, and I feel as though they'd probably both be defense first.
Yeah.
I feel as though Twirl would be a little bit more of a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's what
Whereas your Milky Way is more of like your glue guy. Just a good, keeps the team together, keeps spirits high.
Yeah.
Doesn't get rattled too easy.
Nah, he's got composed.
And does everything kind of well.
The composure is just unquestionable, unwavering. Yeah, that's good. Okay, good.
Can be a little bit unnoticeable, but noticeable if it's not there.
I just think I think the franchise players here are Mars Bar and Cherry Ripe. I think they're your all-star duo. Look, Boost gets mentioned.
It's your Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown.
That's
what
it is. Boost gets mentioned in the Defensive Player of the Year from time to time, but yeah, you've got your walk-up all-stars straight off the bat. They're your franchise players, and mate, if I'm going to market with a Mars Bar and a Cherry Ripe as my franchise players, I'm happy and I'm confident.
Oh, well, you're in contention every year.
Every year. Righto. Well, we've got plenty to rip through and plenty of... look, we did some shout-outs. You need to make sure, Ads, you get onto me every week. We need to get onto a few more shout-outs because... And look, we can only mention a few. Otherwise, we'll be here all night. The stuff we get on social media every single week, or even just around the traps, you sort of run into people all the time, Ads, and I see some people... and the feedback's great. We love it. It genuinely gets us excited and keeps us going. So please keep that up. A pretty serious question that we need answered from you, the community, is how do you snap out of a fishing funk? And that's,
I'm in one. I'm deep in one.
Ads is in one.
Deep in one.
Deep. And he needs some way out. And then the live bait versus lure. That's all we're gonna put it out there as. Live bait v lure, and just go for it. Whatever's on your mind about that particular topic, let us have it.
Yeah, love it.
And finally, where did we go wrong? Is our top 6 okay? Mars Bar, Boost, Twirl, Cherry Ripe, Turkish Delight, Milky Way, or have we really
positions right?
Have we shat the bed with not putting Snickers in there or Crunchy?
Yeah, Yeah.
I'm happy.
Let us know.
I'm happy with our 6.
I'm happy.
Let us know. And as always, Ads, very much looking forward to getting out on the water and seeing many other people getting out on the water and having some fun. We'll speak to you really soon. See you, Ads.
Peace.